A skinny Thursday slate. Only a couple of games to be breaking down here, but we're going through it, doing it nonetheless for OddsShopper. And of course, looking into no house advantage. We want to play versus the house. I'm Pete McCarthy. We've taken the show on the road at the in-laws down in Florida, but still bringing you the best content that we can here. Hey, give us a like, subscribe, keep up with all of our shows, our DFS offers, our giveaways. Once you do subscribe, hit that notification button. That's going to give you alerts when our shows go live. And don't forget that nearly all of our content is available in podcast form. That means you can take us in the car, on the go, on the treadmill, out for a jog, and you can help us out. Leave a 5-star review wherever you like to listen to your podcast. So, again, just a 2-game slate tonight. We got the Spurs and the Pelicans, and then the Wizards and the Jazz going at it. So, well, if you're playing in the Pick'em contest at No House Advantage, you still got your full allotment of things to be diving into here. But obviously, if you're playing versus the house, you're going to have less great options when there are only 4 teams playing on a given night. So we've culled out the best of the lot, but nothing that I would say is an absolute green light must play here. So we'll start with Jared Vanderbilt. 9.5 points is the line here. Our projections at Stochastic have him as a relatively narrow under, 56% chance of this one coming in as an under. Vanderbilt is coming off a pretty good game, scored 18 points on Tuesday. He played 32 minutes in that game with Kelly Olynyk out. Olynyk is expected to be out again tonight. But, you know, Olynyk was out on Monday too, and Vanderbilt went out and scored 7 points in only 23 minutes. So just because Olynyk is out doesn't mean that Vanderbilt is absolutely going to go off here. Again, this is a skinny under is what I call it, 56%. Usually my baseline is 60%. But this is the kind of night where I think there are 2 options as of this morning that are 60% plus. So this is not a night that I would be diving into play versus the house without any abandon here. I'd be very cautious with it, but this is the best of kind of what we've got on the board in terms of the plays, in my opinion. And look, for Vanderbilt, while he did go off on Tuesday for 18 points, he had scored 7 points the game before and then a total of 3 points in the previous 2 games. So, 10 points in 3 games, fine. He goes out, scores 18. I think you could still lean towards the under here. But again, not the play that on a typical night, on a Wednesday, on a Friday, when you have 12 games to play, that we would be talking about or breaking down. This is simply because there's just not a lot of options out there if you're playing versus the house. Something else you can take advantage of, and you can do this with Thursday Night Football, NBA, whatever you like. BetMGM is offering a $25 free bet stocking stuffer. Now, in the spirit of giving through the holiday season, BetMGM has partnered with OddsShopper to offer a $25 free bet on top of their first bet insurance of up to $1,000 to new players who sign up for a BetMGM account. So if you haven't taken advantage of this offer in the past, now you get the little stocking stuffer on top of it with that $25 free bet. It's only around for a limited time, so take full advantage of it. It's only available December 19th to the 26th, and it's Christmas week. We know how fast things can move during the holidays, so take full advantage of this if you haven't already. All you have to do, follow the link in the description link to sign up for an account with BetMGM, deposit $10 or more, and you'll receive a free $25 after your first bet. And of course, if your first bet loses, BetMGM will give you free bet credits equal to the amount of your first bet, up to $1,000. And we have all kinds of content, videos, articles, OddsShopper, and Stochastic to help you out with the best way to take advantage of those protected first bets up to $1,000. So be sure to check out all of that to make some good decisions as far as that goes. Next up, looking at Devin Vassell, another under is what I like with the points. There are some other plays with some rebounding that, maybe is a percentage points higher in terms of our free projections over at stochastic.com for no house advantage. But I prefer to look at the points. This is one that actually does hit the 60% barometer. I just don't really see anything to pair it with that I love, at least not as of this morning. So we're looking at the under on 21.5 points. Vassell, another guy. He went off on Monday, scored 26, but You look at the longer trend lines here, he'd been under 21 points in his previous 5 games. So Vassell is not a big-time scorer. He had a good night on Monday. Not looking at that as any kind of major exception to the rule that you run out and say, oh, all of a sudden this guy's going to go out and score 22 points on a given night. So another one we're looking at the under. And this one, I think, is a little more playable. It's just a matter of what you pair it with, because you got to play at least 2 if you're going against the house on no house advantage. You can go up to 5, and on a night like tonight, you could always look at the Thursday night football game with the Jets and the Jaguars, and throw Devin Vassell under on the points with something that you might like in the NFL game. Obviously, something that you could do. But just giving you the full range of options here. If you do find 5 props that you like tonight, you hit all 5 of them on the same ticket, boom, you're getting 20 times your entry fee. So we like that. That's a good way to get things going, but kind of hard to find 5 that we love as far as the NBA goes tonight on just a 2-game night. Something to help you out with your sports betting, your decision making, what a unit is, all those questions that you might have if you're dabbling into sports betting and trying to figure everything out. You can get access to all of our betting experts at OddsShopper in our premium Discord. Click the link below. That's going to give you your first week of access for free, so you can test it out, see the lay of the land. Are these guys as smart as we're telling you? You can find out for yourself, free for a week, and then it's just $9.95 afterwards. So check that out. And again, this is something you'll want to do soon, because the price is going up in 10 days. And again, things move quickly this time of year. So get in now. You'll be able to grandfather your rate. So I would definitely get in, take advantage of that free 7 days. See if you find some winners in there if you like the content that's being put out, the picks that are being put out. There's a lot of entertainment in there as well, because you have a number of people all sweating the same things during the game, which could be a lot of fun. So be sure to check that out. And again, our guys are incredibly smart. They are crunching the numbers, looking at things. Guys have different styles, different sports that they have expertise in. So they can all kind of help you out in a little different way in terms of how to look at these odds and what is a good pick, what is not. And you can ask them questions and they'll get in there and be responsive. So be sure to check all that out. Also got our lineup generator at stokastic.com. You're playing some DFS, whether it be, again, Thursday night football or the big Christmas slate that'll be coming up on the DFS sites. Lineup generator could really help you out. It allows you to easily put together some lineups, but also it's going to give you feedback in terms of, hey, is this a balanced build? Is there enough value in this lineup? Is it contrarian enough to take down a GPP? You don't want to be stupid contrarian. You want to be smart contrarian. This will help you do just that, and that's included with our DFS packages at stokastic.com. Also, of course, you got OddsShopper, which I like to consult when looking at the props, especially playing no house advantage. Hey, I know what our projections say is Stokastic, but what are the sports books saying? Where's the juice on a given play? And OddsShopper could be a great tool as far as that goes. One more thing to tell you, no house advantage. Again, the pickup contest will be pretty fun tonight, being that it's a little smaller. It's only $10 to get in. So it becomes a little more approachable. I find it a little easier when there's only 2 games instead of, 400 players. Well, it's not that much in basketball, but 200 players to get a breakdown, look at the 5 props that each of them have. It's a little more approachable with this. I like the smaller slates for the NBA. And keep an eye on the Christmas Day pickup contest at No House Advantage, a $50,000 contest, $20K to first place. And you typically see a lot of overlay in these pickup contests over at No House Advantage. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out, being that it is on Christmas. It's a $25 entry fee, and you have 2,400 entrants. You could have a ton of overlay there. It might not be a big factor. I don't know. I think it's going to be something definitely worth keeping an eye on in the next few days to see where everything shakes out. But that could give you, that Christmas sweat going as well. One of the biggest days on the NBA calendar. Best of luck tonight. I'm Pete McCarthy. Later.